The band, as always, is St. Ricketts, www.sricketts.com. Tuesday night, of course, it is With Fire Cannot Burn. Wednesday night is The Catalyst. Oh, yeah. Get some Yo Show in there. We will stop the fellas. Thank you very much for that. The Catalyst, St. Ricketts, www.sricketts.com. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again. Kinsey King, let's indeed do this as the Phillies are doing it. 8th inning, bottom of the 8th coming up. Orion Kirkering just gets them out of the 8th. 8-2 Phillies. Bryce Harper, a pair of home runs today. Nick Castellanos, a home run. Trey Turner, a home run. Great pitching by Aaron Nola. The bullpen trying to hold it down. 8-2 right now. Phillies, we head to the bottom of the 8th. Man, just think if they would have won that game the other night when they had the 4-0 lead, we'd be ready to slam the door shut on this team. I could have been drinking champagne instead of Surfside. Anyway, this is the Yo Show Wednesday night. You know, we usually do it Tuesday, myself and Jewel. 7 years strong. Kinsey King in the house saying, let's do it. Let's indeed do it. 7 years strong. And I said, you know what, let's try to add a little more audience. Let's try to get more guests on and try a Wednesday night show. And Wednesday night, we were originally calling it Yo 2.0, and then we changed to Yo Wednesdays, and etc. Usually there's a guest co-host, and sometimes it goes off great. Sometimes you have no problem getting a guest co-host. Tonight we had a little snag. Angela Marie was supposed to rejoin us. Actually, she did the first, I believe, Yo Show Wednesday with me, or Yo 2.0. And she was all set for it, and then had a last-minute emergency with her pet, and you don't mess around with pets. Make sure the pet is okay. We hope Angela's dog is okay. Don't mess around with pets. So I'm here solo like on Yo Show Wednesday night, and why not? We have an awesome guest on tap for you tonight. The brand new album is out. It's called Out of the Darkness. Got to see these guys live a couple months ago. Love them. It is the local band Steal the Night. All right. If you like rock music, you like some cool dudes and real rock star looking dudes, prepare around 8:30 tonight. They'll be on. I'm going to play a couple songs from them as well from their album. We're going to play Out of the Darkness, Back in the Night, and City of Mayhem coming up through the program. Like we said, first and foremost, those Philadelphia Phillies, big lead as we head to the 8th inning. Let's hope they can hold it. Bottom of the 8th, so one more inning to pitch. Massive thanks to our guests from the last time we were here Wednesday. We weren't here last Wednesday, but I had work seminars and couldn't really be here. But the Wednesday before, somebody I waited a long time to have on the program, the amazing Sarah Spicer, now a Nashville artist, a former local girl, became a Nashville artist. Tiffany Patch came on to guest co-host. We talked about yacht stock and just some of the great history in that. Talked to Sarah. I got geeked. She was just floored by how geeked out I was by her, her appearance. But I thought it was great. And I'm actually wearing shorts where I found money in. How about that? Got shorts on, and I'm like, what is that? Went in my pocket and pulled out. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 $1 bills. Any second now, you might hear my wife scream from upstairs. It's mine! Probably not. But anyway, again, massive thanks to Sarah Spicer. I adore her. I think she's wonderful. It was really a privilege to have her on the program. And Tiffany Patch, who subbed in a couple times as guest co-host, she's awesome too. We thank everybody that got that going on. Of course, Steal of the Night tonight. Steal the Night. Must say Steal of the Night? Steal the Night. And there we go. Another home run from the Phillies. It's Nick Castellanos again. And like my wife just screamed upstairs, we are on freaking fire. 9-2 Phillies. Castellanos with his second. I tell you, man, when this offense hits its stride, I want to get to that World Series again. We've got a lot of games. Still got to win one here. And somehow the TV just kind of like froze on me. It had enough. Wants me to remove some apps. Not tonight. Watching the Phillies. I'm doing Yo Show. But, yeah, remember, like kind of like last year when the Phillies got red hot offensively and they were able to ride it to the World Series. That's definitely what we're hoping for this year. And who we're going to meet in the next round if we win is up in the air because the Dodgers are getting beat up by those Arizona Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks 2-0. They need one win to get the Dodgers out of here. We could have been one win away tonight if we would have got that other game, but we didn't. So you just go back to the drawing board. 9-2 Phillies here, bottom half of the eighth. Castellanos, his second home run of the night. Woo! We have so much great stuff coming up, too, on the O Show. And I didn't put a banner up for this, but I just want to announce today's, like I said, we do Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And we plan way out. Like, we really like to get guests booked and in there for a while. And I've been talking to these guys for a while. And I said, at this rate, it's probably got to get to the new year. And today they got back to me. They said, yes, let's do it. Sounds very cool. And a band that has been red hot just came back from Louder Than Life and red hot. Great praise for them. They've played up in our area a lot, up at Love Drafts in the Central PA, and they're awesome. Traverse the Abyss will be here January 2nd. Yeah, it's great stuff. Traverse the Abyss will be here January 2nd. We've got a couple of their shirts. Last time we saw them at a big nail bite show, and that's Brandon Marsh, and that's out of here. Another home run. It is just a free-for-all of home runs tonight. 9-2 Phillies as Brandon Marsh just went deep. 10-2, I'm sorry. 10-2 as Marsh just went deep. Wow. Let's go indeed. And you'll know Traverse the Abyss January 2nd. Next, we spread them way out. A lot of people up that area very excited to see it. Like I said, we've seen them live before in a show they did with Mag Dillon and Nailbite and Asava and a lot of great bands. St. Diablo was there, a great show. And I'm like, hey, remember we met and I've talked about my show and let's do it. They were all about it. Sounds great. January 2nd, Traverse the Abyss. Live on the Air Show. And we'll tell you a little bit later on what's coming up on our Tuesdays and Wednesday nights because we love to do that. November 25th with special guest. Very excited for that. Back around. Love it. Check them out, definitely. And check out Steal the Night. Not Steal of the Night. I'm thinking Still of the Night. Steal the Night, who will be here around 8:30. But I want to play some music. I loaded up 3 from these guys because their music is just awesome. Then we'll do some topics, and I'll drink. Tonight we're having Surfside, iced tea vodka, of course. Absolutely spectacular. Rain Sparkles / Angela Lender in the house as well. Got her shots up, has her horns up. Let's drink that. Let's drink to a big Phillies lead. And I'm going to say win. Big Phillies lead tonight. Yesterday, of course, was Hug Your Drummer Day. So I hope everybody get out and hug Rain and our man Noah from Strange Culture and Kenny Sheffel and Sarah Higgins. I hope you all hugged your drummers yesterday because honestly, Jack is good too. I like Jack. I have no shots. And the last night I did that ringworm shot. That was absolutely disgusting. But if you missed last night's episode, go check it out. I do the tapeworm shot. Jameson, okay, gotta have pickle juice. It's gotta be the pickleback. I'm kind of a... All right, never mind. But I like the pickleback. I was going to use a word to describe it, but never mind. But let's play some music. Let's play some Steal the Night, because I love these dudes. Super cool. We've been talking for a while about one hug. What kind of hug drummer day is that when you only get one hug? Hugs from the Yo Show mentally. That's all I can give you right now. Out of the Darkness is the title track to Steal the Night's brand new album. Of course, entitled Out of the Darkness. And these guys are cool, and they got some great sounds. So let's play one right here on the Yo Show. I'm going to watch the Phillies continue to kick some rear end. I'm going to watch my internet sink a little bit. I don't know why. I guess because everybody in the house is on something. We'll get you a drummer. Everybody needs a drummer to... You gotta find a drummer to hug. Is that Jefferson Airplane? Wasn't there a song? Oh, it's one somebody to love. Anyway... Out of the Darkness, tonight's guest, Steal the Night, from their new album. Let's play it right here on Yo Show Wednesday. We'll be back in 2 minutes and 32 seconds. It's a quickie, but a goodie. Let's check it out.
The lightning striking in their feelings in the air. You get that makes you say your prayers, and it's exploding now right before your eyes. The power floods my veins and soon corrupts my mind. From the corner of your eye, the light surrounds you. There'll be no time to run and hide. I crash down out of the darkness, watch your back 'cause thunder's rolling. Scream, scream, scream to the morning. You never know who's watching from behind. I crash down from the sky with every bit of force. I rise up from the ground to start another war. It's only power that is keeping me alive. And soon I'll walk this realm with purpose till I die. From the corner of your eye, the light surrounds you. There'll be no time to run and hide. I crash down out of the darkness. Watch your back 'cause thunder's rolling. Scream, scream, scream till the morning. You never know who's watching from behind.
Oh yeah, oh, whoa, whoa, hell yeah. Steal the Night is the band. Out of the Darkness is the title track of the brand new album, Out of the Darkness. They'll be with us in about 15 minutes. Chat about that new album and chat about the local scene, etc. And 10-2 Phillies, bottom of the eighth. Michael Lorenzen warming up in the pen, try to close this baby out. And hopefully we get out of here 2 games in 1 and go back in the attack tomorrow. And there's no Yo Show tomorrow. Don't worry. So you got baseball all to yourself, and hopefully we can put this thing to bed and get rid of the Atlanta Braves. I'd love it. Would love to do that 2 years in a row. Can't stand the Atlanta Braves. Some good review as that song played on. My man Quincy King, of course, with his own band, singer in his own right, said, "Oh, this is good. It is good. They're cool, and see them live. They look like rock stars. They really do. I love it. Can't wait for these guys. We talked a few times about doing it. Finally got it. A lot of bands doing the Wednesday circuit with us as well, and the Tuesday night thing. And you get a lot of accolade, a lot of props for going out and supporting live music, and I love it. And I love to support live music pretty much anytime I can. I know there's moments I can't, and there's moments I just can't be everywhere, and I hate that. And like over the next couple of weekends, there's a lot of different stuff in a lot of different areas. Hard to say. Like I said, Saturday I got up to the Simon's Pig Roast and hung out with some bands who just came to just kind of hang out. Like Strange Culture came just to hang out. Twisted came just to hang out and watch Stealing Society and Chris Greiner, and of course the Grimjacks, who all did a fantastic job. And then that night, back down to Sweeney's Burden of Guilt, Strange Culture. You get down there for that, and then this weekend there's like 3 different things going on. So I'm trying to get there. I love my music. I love my sports, of course. I got my Clearwater shirt on in honor of Bryce Harper. Harper is up again. There is a 10-2 lead, 1 out, 2 men on. The Phillies are just having a great night. Hopefully they have some of that for tomorrow. Save a little bit of that energy, gentlemen, for tomorrow night as we're back at it. Great song again, Out of the Darkness. I like these guys. I got to see them a few months back at the Liberty Tavern in Delaware County, PA. Went down, and I didn't know what to expect. I think they ended the show, and I was kind of asking around, like, what should I expect? And they said rock, good rock, fun, fast rock, and it really was. So that to me is very, very cool. We do have topics as well. We do topics, and let's start out with this one because there was a woman, and this you can't make this stuff up. And although I wish I was there, you cannot make this stuff up. So a woman in Whole Foods feels the need to get the manager after hearing the music on the intercom, and it's Tool. Yeah, Tool. Okay, they got rock songs. So I'm gonna call them metal. Sure, second we call them death metal. But the woman complained to the store manager at Whole Foods that death metal was playing in the store, and she said, times are tough enough. People are angry enough. There's enough controversy going on. I don't need to come here and listen to death metal. I've got such a huge problem with this because I'm a massive Tool fan, number one. Number two, I've seen them live, and if anything, I'm thinking to myself, man, they could just turn up one more little notch. I could really go nuts here. And it's Whole Foods, which, I'm not going to lie, lady, if you're in Whole Foods, there's probably 50 or 60 other people in Whole Foods. Pretty sure the other 59 of them would absolutely love to hear Tool. Or 58, I'm sure, whatever. But you can't, labeling nowadays is so popular. Like, people label this the best show in the world. I mean, it's true, but that's our label. And, to label, death metal, she says. Obviously, you don't know what death metal is. And obviously, you don't know that Maynard, lead singer of Tool, and A Perfect Circle, is probably one of the coolest, most talented artists on the planet. And it's Whole Foods. Get your organic this, that, thing, and go home. And I like Whole Foods. I'm not knocking Whole Foods. It's for the rich. It's pricey. They got a great cheese section. Shout out to my man, Mitch Jackson. And it's a great market. But to me, I kind of kudos for Whole Foods for playing Tool, because to me, it's a little different than their normal client-based kind of music, I would kind of think. If I'm right, feel free to fire a comment. I could be wrong. It happens. But to me, that seems unusual for Whole Foods. And I didn't want to read the outcome. I wasn't really interested if they turned it off or not. Guess because I was that aggravated about the whole thing. So I didn't want to, rehash it. But, wow. Wow, we're there. Where Whole Foods is playing death metal. Kind of weird, but that, of course, is, that's what happens. Last night, I missed this subject last night. I want to hit people with it tonight because with Halloween coming, of course, in a couple of weeks, there's polls, of course, being done all over by the best candy by state, etc. So I took this list. I looked at the top 5, and it stinks. And I'm also disappointed by the state candy choice for PA. Does anybody know what it is? Yeah, right. Hershey Minis. That's the state of Pennsylvania's choice for popular candy. It's a little bag with them Hershey. I think there's Mr. Goodbar in there, and a Hershey Special Dark, and God, there's 2 others, or just one other. There's Hershey also. There's one other, Crackle, I want to say, but they're minis. They're like little nuggets, like this big. Me, number one, if I'm getting chocolate, like Like this big boy I still haven't eaten yet. This Reese's cup. Big cup. Haven't eaten it yet. But Hershey Minis certainly does not sound like the state candy. Unless I'm missing something. Bro, no. Never listen to state candy. And everyone's like, well, what are the other states? I don't know. I don't care. I live here. I'm worried about our state. Hershey Minis is the choice. And the top Halloween candies from the same poll, again, help me here. Snickers, okay, I like Snickers. Hershey's Minis, again. Who give these out for Halloween? What do you give a kid, one mini? The kids, man, they need that candy. I've got nephews here for the next couple weeks. I need candy. Go out there and get some candy. And we take it to the hospital, see if it has razor blades in it, like your parents always did when we were younger. Well, I'm a lot younger. I mean, I'm a lot older, so way back. And check for razor blades. Candy corn. Now, this is just demonic. Who really eats candy corn? Yeah, I'm out to insult you all. Who really eats candy corn? York. Oh, Peppermint Patty? Well, Peppermint Patty? Or are you just saying York in general? Like the town? I don't know. Hershey Kisses. Again, an interesting choice for Halloween. To give out one kiss? I like the gold wrapper ones with the almonds. That's my Hershey's Kiss. The regular ones are okay. My man Sebastian will get me a candy. Well, Sebastian, just go out and hit the streets, man, and make it count. And then I'll take my candy percentage. I love chocolate. So bad for me. So good to have. Kinsey, I'm going to tell you, after Hershey Kisses, well, no, let's go Starburst. After Starburst, Sebastian can keep the following: Sour Patch Kids, Skittles, hot tamales on the list. M&M's, of course, in the winter, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups was first. Oh, York Peppermint Patties are all yours too, dude. I know it's PA, but nah, it's not my jam either. Really is not. I do like chocolate. I like Kit Kat. I like Hershey with almonds. Is that another thing I like? I don't even remember. I forget. I got all candied. I got candy sidetracked when I see that the band is getting ready to come out shortly with us. Steal the Night. We'll have them out here in a couple minutes. And of course, you know, we played their awesome song already, Out of the Darkness, from the titled album, Out of the Darkness, which is out now. As you see it scrolling down the bottom, I ran it. Let's get this candy lineup out of the way here. Hello, my fame. Like, I run all the, I type out the places to find these bands, and I got all Steal the Night's spots, Facebook, Instagram, and talk about the new album. Of course, you can also go on YouTube and check out the videos that we post here, and why not subscribe? Because that's what means the most to these artists, man. Go out and like, subscribe. Nerds aren't a bad candy. Like and subscribe, that's what it means. And it's, you know, we got to get the following. And with the following kind of comes more, you know, people listening, people going to shows and checking these bands out. I'm telling you, a lot of these bands you can see for $10, $20 on a Friday night or a Saturday day or a Sunday day. $10. When you think about the hundreds that you pay to see some of these artists and not even getting your money's worth, getting it mailed in, you can watch superstar talent, local artists, etc. I do it a lot. I love it. It's like, I was going to say a second hobby. It kind of is a second hobby. This is first. And then what I accumulate from out there comes here, that's second. So, the fun of podcast, webcast, broadcast, and also the fun of a house full of people just going nuts for the Phillies upstairs. 10-2. There's 2 outs in the 9th inning. Trying to get out of here and take a 2-1 lead in this series. Kind of sucks. We could have been wrapping it up tonight, but you know what? That's sports. Things happen. We'll get it back shortly. And a couple more minutes. Steal the Night will come out here. We'll chat with them. And don't forget the 31st. Halloween. If you're in Pennsylvania, give out those Hershey Minis. Because it's the candy choice of PA. I still don't get that. So I had to, you know. Tonight my printer ran out of ink. So instead of printing out the format, which I do in honor of Jewel, kind of taking it off my phone and off my email. So if you see me looking around a little bit, that's the deal. As we're down. You know what I should have did? And I didn't even think. I should have lined up a video of last night's show when I did that tapeworm shot. How many of you caught it? But if you didn't catch it, watch the replay. It's this thing called a tapeworm shot. Let's get the banner out of the way. I actually did this and made this on the show last night. It was awful. 1 ounce vodka, 1 ounce mayonnaise, a couple dashes of Tabasco sauce, probably about 26 dashes if I count it correctly with Jewel, and black pepper and salt. So after the band, Bourbon House, after they were done with their little chat, I made the shot. And I drank it. And it wasn't bad. It was more or less the bottom dwelling of the pepper and the Tabasco and all that just knocked me senseless. But outside of that, not bad. Yeah, I know, right? Everybody says vomit. It was good. And you know who turned me on to this? You'll know, Doug Weston. Doug Weston had it on his Facebook page, and I had to call the bluff that I can do it. It doesn't sound good, but here's the thing. The mayonnaise and vodka kind of cancel each other out. They go down smooth. And I was like smooth as silk until I got to like I said, the bottom is where the Tabasco sauce and the salt and the pepper all dwell. Jewel says kind of like the dirt for the worm, which I think she's right. And that's where I lost it. But other than that, I did not get sick. And I was drinking again. I was going to do it tonight, but you know what? It's a lot of work. A lot of work that I don't have time for. 0-2 count, 2 outs, top of the ninth. Phillies are up 10-2. The Braves do have 2 base runners. Certainly, we could definitely not survive mentally a thing like the other night. The mayo, you would think the mayo freaks you out. The mayo is the easiest part. It is the easiest part. I had a squirt bottle. You ring it to make it look like worms. But that was the easiest part. And Jules like, oh my God, mayonnaise. No, not at all. The mayonnaise, not a problem. The vodka, not a problem. It was that dirt, as she called it, down the bottom. So we're about ready. You guys ready? I seen these doing a little moving around, a little manipulating. We ready to go? All right, we got thumbs up all across the way. I notice the whole band is kind of in the same room, so just remind you, got to kind of speak it a little louder into these mics for StreamYard because they love to sabotage me. They love it. Phillies win 10-2, 11 hits to 10, 2-1 lead. Tomorrow night, try to wrap it up, send the Braves home. In the meanwhile, come on in. Phillies are over. It's time for great music and a great guest. And I got to see these guys, like I said, a few months back at the Liberty Tavern. And I'm like, what do I expect? And a couple people said, expect to rock. And they did rock. And they're super cool. In a couple different locations. Let's bring out, first of all, Jack. And let's bring out the rest of the members of Steal the Night. All right, fellas.
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. First of all, guys, thank you so much for this. I know we've been talking about this for a while, getting it together and getting on the show, and I try to fit everybody in. I schedule months ahead, but I'm like, you know what? November, I got a little bit of gaps, and let's get you guys on. You got a brand new album coming out. Congratulations on that. Let's talk about it real quick. The brand new album, Out of the Darkness. It's out, man. Spotify, Apple Music, the place legit. It's already downloaded to my phone. The whole album. Let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about the creative process and how it came together.
Jack, you want to take that? I think you had a lot to do with the start of the creative process.
Yeah, so a lot of these riffs came from me and the other guitarist, Ben, and that's how a lot of these songs start out. And so we'd have a riff, and a lot of times we'd bring it to the guys at practice, and it would just kind of slowly build until we got something we liked. And, it all came together like that pretty much.
Yeah,
That's
a lot of the lyrics come from Ben right here and Jack on the other end.
That's right.
We've all started kind of incorporating our stuff now for newer songs, but originally starting off, that was where a lot of the songwriting came from. So we all really put our own spin on it from what we did in practice. And yeah, that's what you hear on the album.
It's really great. I love the album. Like I said, it is out now. So if you have like Apple Music, Spotify, get on it, listen to it. We're going to play a couple songs later after the guys go. So I'm forcing this down your throat because it's worth it. The funny thing I see tonight, like you guys are here sitting down, we're having a conversation, and Jack, if you see Jack live, he's got his spandex. He is like metal, like 80s metalled out. Tonight he looks very conservative. But when you guys get on stage and you perform in front of people, is there like nerves? Is there a ritual, certain things you go through, talk about? Talk a little bit about stage life because you played a lot of places here in PA.
Yeah, with me, there's usually no nerves. I kind of just go in, do what I got to.
Sorry,
and I just play, man. I keep playing, and hopefully these guys play as well as me. So,
wow.
All right.
I don't know. I mean, it's a whole different experience when you get up on that stage. You know, you think about it so much differently from the minute before you walk on. But I think you have to be surrounded by a great group of people to back you up, and I think that's what we've got here.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't really like think about performing it, or like before. I don't think about it too much. It just kind of like happens. And then it's always so much fun that I just play and enjoy it.
You barely realize the time goes by.
Yeah.
I'm usually there like right before the show. I'll forget what the first song sounds like.
Oh my god!
I'm like, yo, Jack, you wanna hum the beginning of the first song to me? Like, right as the show's about to start.
I got you. I got you.
That's right.
Yeah, where's that breakdown go? I don't know.
Well, now you see how the magic works, and it's funny. Like I said, the first time I saw you was a Future Star show that Elena Brocus does, and she does a great job. Gets a lot of great bands together, and I've seen some. And when I don't see, I go right there. I'm like, what do I expect? Because you see, you guys look like metal, like rock stars. You got the look down pat. You're taking the stage. I'm just wondering, and boom, right from the beginning, between cover songs and original songs, you're nailing it. Speaking of cover songs, some of the 80s bands and stuff that you really love and enjoy. Talk to us about, and if everybody wants to take a spin at it, maybe a band or two, talk about your inspirations. What bands do you guys listen to? Who got you into the sound, etc.?
Go for it.
Yeah. So I listen to a lot of Motley Crue.
Yes.
Yeah, I listen to everything.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Was Jack talking there too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Metallica for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah, kind of
really
my
big one for you.
my big rock bands that I started listening to when I was younger. So
Yeah.
Jack? Do we lose Jack?
Yeah,
Jack, you with us?
so
Oh, sorry, brother.
Van
Good delay.
Halen, Dokken, AC/DC. Those are probably my big three.
Nice.
And yeah, bit of delay.
Huh.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we got it.
definitely where I
He's got a
that
little
from,
delay.
and, it was my dad who introduced me to all those guys. So
Very correct. And you got a spandex comment from Rain
There you go.
Sparkles, who's an awesome drummer in herself. Her band is, she's got a couple
Yeah.
bands. One is Burden of Guilt, and she's a drummer. She's awesome. So she digs the spandex thing. And I'm telling you, Rain, you see him in person, they nail it. You guys, like say some of the covers like Van Halen, and I got to ask Jack first and foremost, I mean, because it's a range all over, very talented musicians. Do you get the nerve like, oh man, I got to do it like Eddie, or just, no, I'm going to do it like Jack. I'm going to play the way I play, and it'll be better than Eddie.
I'm never trying to be better than Eddie, but Eddie is definitely a huge inspiration for me. So if I can even come close to what he does, then I'm happy. So
I think it's good. I think you guys do a great job. And the rest of the band, like even singing it and the rest of the band, the way you played it, you do it great justice. Do you like to put your own kind of spin on cover songs, or do you just kind of like to follow the format? What do you think?
I feel like we do a cover of Roadhouse Blues by the Doors, and I feel like what Ben
Yes.
does a lot of the time, especially on that song, is a good example of just, kind of taking from that, blues origin, and especially in a way that he's really inspired by, I know, and, putting his own spin on it. So I love what we can, make when we can make our covers our own.
That's pretty good stuff. And like, we enjoy covers. And, the rule of thumb is yeah, go out and kick ass for your original music. Also get some covers in there so people recognize. But, and I say this a lot on the show lately, a couple months back, I had a band on. We were chatting like we're doing here. And I asked them about the cover band thing. They said, remember one thing. Without great original songs, there are no cover songs. And that kind of blew me away. What do you think of that aspect? Because really, that's kind of the way it is. You got to start off with the great original.
Yeah, I mean, I think our sets themselves, we try to start off with as original as we can get. A lot of the newer sets have featured newer songs so that people can get our our most recent sound right away. And if that can pull them in, then I think we've got them hooked for the rest of the show.
Like that. We'll let Jack catch up on a delay and kind of get his output on that.
He's just getting it now.
Yeah, as covers go, we definitely like throwing them in there because they get. I just got it, yeah. But we like putting the covers in there because it just gets people going in the crowd, and we're playing songs that they love, and if they're jumping along with us, then we're having a good time too. So.
Yeah, a lot of
That's
the covers
definitely-
are super fun to play.
Especially Highway Star. We usually end with that.
Yeah, Highway Star.
Our go-to.
That's always a blast.
The piano solo and the double guitar solo we usually do. Killing it.
I guess I should apologize because at Liberty Tavern, I'm pretty sure you guys hit Highway Star, and I'm pretty sure I screamed my brains out because that's one of my favorite songs. And I was that guy that kept going like, you hear you in the corner all show. Even like the video, like I take video of it and I play it back. I'm like, oh, Jeff, why?
We
Why?
love it, Jeff. We love it.
We
man.
do.
Your energy's amazing, man.
I appreciate that a great deal. It's kind of why I got into this.
Yeah.
Like I said, 7 years ago, my co-host Jewel, who's also a big rock fan, she comes out to some of the shows and she's like, dude, local bands, music of all types. Let's get out there. Let's do it. Let's pay homage to it. Let's get it on the show. And it's been a winner. And a lot of people have had a lot of great things to say. And guys like you make it worthwhile. It's just amazing to watch the younger stars or the unsigned, the independents, whatever it is, go out and absolutely kick ass. How much practice has involved? You guys seem like you have to practice nonstop.
Yeah, we do. Usually we practice at my house at least once a week. We do Thursday nights usually. And then any other time we can throw another practice in with our schedules. We try to do that.
Yeah, we do almost everything we can during practice, whether it's, writing new songs at the same time that we're working on covers or, practicing old stuff to get ready for, some premiere that we're working on for, a live event. Yeah, we do as much as we can and try to, I sometimes have left Aiden's house at midnight, and that's just what you need to do.
If not later than that. Yeah.
Hey, I'm sure sometimes it has to be done. Like get the grind, especially if you're feeling it or having a great night. I guess you want to keep on going. Like I said, the shows seem to go so fast. I'm sure practice does too when you get a real good practice in. And I guess you can't I'm going to make a joke about it, but really, guys, not that funny. When COVID came around, a lot of bands were kind of doing it in separate locations and playing. I guess you guys couldn't do that because I can imagine you guys being like, ah, and 10 minutes later, Jack be like, because he's on that delay. So
Yeah, exactly.
Well, to comment on that, I feel like something that Jack can really attest to is
He
that
just heard it.
is that he wrote a lot of these songs during COVID. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of these have really come full circle. And in the past year, it's been great to actually put them together and see how they sound with studio quality.
And
Yeah.
COVID was a perfect time to really start working on our musicianship.
Yeah.
And really to
Yeah.
start working on how we create our songs.
that's a good thing. We were always asking bands, and we kind of got away from it, but it's great to you guys that we could chat about it that way because you would figure that'd be a time to create, the kind of rest, if you will, because you're not always out doing shows and PR work, so you're more or less practice time and rest time, and you kind of each get to do your thing, but still doing it for the band. Pretty cool stuff. Jack, how about you, man? When COVID came around, challenging, or did you find it more creative? Was it really time to just kind of settle in and get your stuff done?
And when COVID came around, it was very challenging for. There's still the delay.
That's a
when it was kind of very challenging for us at first because, like you said before, it was hard, like trying to figure out how to arrange practices and things like that. But I think as far as personally, like writing songs, it was like Ben said, it was a good, like almost creative time there. But it also kind of inspired some of the lyrics, I think, too, which was good for the songs in a way, or like at least how I like to write them. So I think you can almost kind of hear some of that time in the lyrics themselves. So yeah.
Yeah, which was going to be another question. Like, where do you draw lyrics from? Like real life stories, or it's all just kind of made up thing? And you touched on a little bit. The COVID thing was getting the best of a lot of people. A lot of people were like, "Hey, this album came out during COVID." So, where do you guys pull lyrics from? Who's like the big lyricist of the group?
Jack.
Yeah.
He'll tell 2 minutes from now.
Yeah. It's me and Ben.
Yeah. I usually just it's all from life experience, man.
Whether it's, I feel like from, I mean, I could, you know, they could come with lyrics, and I feel like you could probably say, you look at these lyrics and you told me something that happened the other day, and I'd be like, oh, okay, I can see you being inspired by that.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's like just you're down on your luck, or you know, you've lost something. Like I can see where that might come from.
Yeah, like Corner of Your Eye, man. That's like a song about being lost in life, and you're just trying to look for a path.
And he wrote that like kind of,
yeah, that was all consciousness.
Yeah,
I wrote that in 3 minutes,
which is really cool about that song. Yeah.
Not to show off or anything. It takes like 50 hours.
Hey, all right, we can only say it so many times.
Show off. That's what you guys are here for. This is your platform. I just kind of run the screen, and I love for everybody to say whatever's on their mind. And we were told a couple months back by a band, Hollywood Gods and Monsters, they said your show's awesome. Just let bands like peel their skin back, tell about what they're all about, chat it. Don't worry about silly little intangibles. Let them talk about their music and what gets them going. And that's what I'm really here for. Like I could talk about me all night. I've done it, but I'm not here for me for that half hour. It's about you guys, and I appreciate everybody that comes on. Like, hey, I really want to come on, or yeah, let's do it. And they get excited about it, which is definitely really cool. How did you guys first get together as a band? Because it seems, like I said, again, when you see it on stage, it seems like a tight knit. Even tonight, you got 4 guys in there, and Jack and this place all just like really delivering, a great story of the band. How'd you get together?
So we all went to the same high school, and we all like loosely knew each other. Like I knew Doug from I was in stage crew. He was in like the musical production. Jack and Ben I knew from when we were in the Ambler Beat at the old Ambler Music School. And then like I think my sister is friends with Aiden's sister or something like that.
Yeah.
So like we all like knew each other. And like they were in the band together. They asked me to join I forget what, like a little over a year ago.
Yeah, way over a year ago, like a year and a half.
That's a funny story though about we replaced you with our old bass players. He wasn't a bass player. He didn't know how to play bass at all. He played he was left-handed, and he played upside down on a guitar.
Wow.
I guess they tuned like real low, and like it was just like we played 3 or 4 shows with him when we first started, and that was our bass player.
I thought you were gonna say how funny it was that truly our first our first real high energy show was only like less than 2 weeks after Kyle had joined the band. So he had very limited practice, and he did great.
Yeah, I got a bass like I've been playing guitar since like 2019, but I got a bass about a month before Jack asked me to join the band, just because I like wanted to play bass because I thought it was fun. So I think it was like, oh, okay, got to join a band now. I got a bass, and the first show that we played as this like current group was like I think we had 2.5 practices.
Wow.
Before it, and hands down, that's got to be, in my opinion, I think one of the most fun shows we've ever played
to this day.
Yeah, like that. stuff has like other shows have come close to the same energy, but nothing has topped it yet.
So we could only go up from there.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I guess that's why it's a fun show because well, can only get better. Kidding, of course. And that's a nice lesson. And we're not really a lesson show, but it's a nice lesson to a musician who will watch this, whether live or recorded. You have a problem with your electric guitar, throw it off, grab the cue stick, and just keep the show going. Or you got somebody who's new and green, give him a shot, man. Let it roll and let him learn as you go along. And you get more of an appreciation for it. You kind of learn him from the beginning. Now you know his bad habits. Am I right?
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
I said bad habits, and everyone went right along with it.
It's always bad.
If we can, just attest to it as a group, that's fine. We don't have to point out anything real specific.
I agree. One of our good friends, JD Wolf, is in the house. JD, a little late
What up,
today.
JD?
Yo,
How you doing?
He's from Minnesota, and yet he
Minnesota.
comes in, watches the bands, puts them on his playlist, and gets into it. He introduced me to some bands way back. So your music is touching more than just PA tonight. It's touching up north, and we got people from out west that watch on the regular. So I want to get you guys out there, man. Guys like you deserve it, the hard work. Even though you just get a bass player that walks in out of the kitchen and he's playing bass, some people get jealous of that, but it's working.
Exactly.
Hey man, this is the greatest bass player of all time.
He's great.
I think they're all great. Like I said, when I seen that, and especially when you, like I said, during your set, like, I'm going to try a little Van Halen. I'm like, here we go, Van Halen. I'm just like, wow, that's some serious Van Halen. So,
no bad
kudos, you guys. You're definitely doing it right. So what are some of your favorite places you play in the Philly area and surrounding Jersey, PA, wherever you play at? Because, like I said, seeing you at the Liberty Tavern, it's more of a smaller place, and you still kill it. Like, it doesn't matter. Seems like some place like it's too small. My sound's not going to be right. Too big. My sound may not be right. But you guys nailed it. What are some of your other favorite spots?
Yeah, I mean, and that's just a perfect example of you have to really judge the space by the audience. And if we were to play somewhere like, we played at the Rusty Nail in Ardmore a few times, and as small as a space as that is, it I don't know, we couldn't get enough of the energy that we brought to the crowd. And then we were lucky enough to play on a widely bigger stage at the Landis Theater in Vineland, New Jersey. And I think that was right after the Liberty show. And
Yes.
that just blew us away as far as what it could look like to play on a stage in a spot like that big. So
Our green room with pizza,
yeah,
water
Everything.
bottles.
Pizza, man.
all the amenities.
Yeah, there's pizza.
Yeah, pizza. I'll go back any day.
Yeah.
Right? I'm that way. Jack, how about you? We'll delay it a second while you catch up to the question. But some of your favorite places to play in PA. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of Philly area, New York, New Jersey area, all that. And then the Landis, of course, is great. What's some of your favorite locations? Delay's going. It came right back. Look at that. Or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear.
It's fine.
I didn't hear everything that
I don't think you
Doug
heard
said,
anything.
but
Now we froze all together. We've already lost them. That's okay. We'll get back to that question. Jack, next time I see you in person, I'll get to that question. But the Landis was cool, and you opened.
there
you go.
that's a big one.
Oh no.
We got Sweeney's. We know that.
We did get Sweeney's,
Yeah,
and I
Sweeney's
love
pretty good.
this.
It
I-
has been a lot of fun. Like the last show we played at Sweeney's was tons of fun. The other groups that were there, they were really cool.
I'm a big fan of Sweeney's as well. It's got a got-
Oh, really? Oh
it's
yeah,
got a
yeah.
vintage.
Little connection there. I think you had Sour Station on recently.
Mhm.
The singer put together that show, so that was great. Love having those.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
They played
Yeah, absolutely.
the
Good guy.
first show I think they played live was at the Rusty Nail, right?
With them.
We played with the.
With-
it was their
yeah, it
first
was
live
their
show.
first
Oh, their
live
first.
show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they were great. Their stuff's really cool.
They're a great band also, and of course we love to, and we love when you guys all go places and know each other and have played with each other. Sour Station was on. It's actually their second visit, and they're really great. You
Oh,
guys
yeah.
are really good. There's a lot of terrific bands, and like talking about maybe putting together like mini PA festivals. You got to find the locations, but mini PA festivals with a bunch of you bands just out there killing it is it's what I'm all about, man. I love that stuff. But you mentioned the Rusty Nail and Sweeney's and places like that. Any places on your bucket list you're trying to get to soon? Like we got to play here. I mean, you played the Landis. That's a big theater. But is there anything else that you're cooking?
Keswick would be cool.
Keswick would be
Oh, yeah.
great.
Keswick. Love the Keswick.
That would be awesome.
Somehow the Union transfer, like if that were to happen, that would be sick. That's
Definitely
one of
a
my
great
favorite venues. Same with the Franklin Music Hall.
Fillmore someday.
Yeah,
Fillmore
Yeah.
someday, baby.
Yeah.
And you
Open up
know,
for Dirty Honey.
Whiskey a Go Go, like most bands, rock related. Yeah.
That would be legendary for sure.
Yeah, I definitely think you guys got the chops to make that kind of noise and get yourself out west. But I would love to do that. And, I always get curious. So I call the Fillmore one day and I said, what does it take? And they put me on the phone with his booking agent. He's like, well, you rent the room, can be anywhere from like $8,000 to $15,000. You sell your tickets, you make your money back. I'm like, wow. Wow, mind blowing. Especially when you're thinking of like doing these classic $10 and $20 shows. Like, wow, that's a lot of tickets to sell. But you guys will do it in time. Whiskey a Go Go is definitely something to shoot for, and that's a great outlook. Like you guys got it all figured out. Are there ever times when somebody will lay out an idea and somebody is just like, oh, that's terrible?
Oh no.
Sometimes.
No, not often, and we'll never go there. But we'll most of the time try to find a way to, improve what we can by putting all of our,
I think some of it was like years ago. Jack was like, "Yo, we could do this. Like, we could play at this venue."
Oh,
and do
right.
this," and it seemed like very unrealistic.
So out of our
we
reach.
kind of like laughed at it at the time, and now it's kind of stuff we're doing every weekend.
Yeah.
Things like that. So it's a lot of fun.
It's very cool. Yeah,
You
when
know,
you guys played when you guys played the Landis, I was supposed to be there that night.
Yeah, I would say Jack is, in my opinion, the most ambitious out of all of us. And
Oh, yeah.
And I think it puts us over the edge because you never know what you're going to get out of a show or an opportunity. If we take something or we just ask, it'll lead us to our next gig.
Agreed. And not to, this is going to, I don't know if it comes out funny, but to me, it comes out like really sincere. Jack, like I said, that day with the outfit gave me like a little Steel Panther meets a little like vintage rock music. And I'm like, hey, this guy has got it. And once you guys started playing, you all had it. But Jack came in with that outfit. I'm like, this guy's got it, man. I'm all about it. So it's cool to see you guys like letting it all hang out, doing it the right way. Some
Thanks,
of your fans out here, Juliet Kennedy, gave it just a big yeah. I agree there.
Yeah, Juliet
And,
said that twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a thumbs up from Heather. Hi, Kennedy. So thank you for that.
All the Kennedys, yeah.
The Kennedys, we like it. The live Kennedys. So with the album,
Yeah,
of course.
Kennedy's showing out.
With the album, and it's out now. What's next? Every band says, "Oh, we got like 100 songs stored." Are you looking for more album stuff, or are you looking to just kind of get to some shows and slowly get the process going again?
Yeah, I mean,
We're currently like figuring out where we're gonna go or like how we're gonna record the next album. I know like Ben's been reaching out to people. We're thinking about like where we went previously to record it, and we're also just like putting together more songs. Currently we have like 4 like done new songs.
Wow.
And another one in the works. We did a demo last week of one of the new songs.
yeah, just to kind of try it out.
Yeah, just like in the garage, and that was it went pretty well compared to like the other demo we tried to record like a while ago. But it's still in like the mind plotting stage of what we're doing.
Yeah, and if we can play as many shows as we can find, it's just the best way for us to actually figure out what we want those new songs to sound like.
Yeah,
Right.
like
'Cause
even
playing them live, you start to
Yeah,
break them apart and notice like little things you want to change or this or that.
even like I find there's things with the songs off the album that like when we play live, we do differently now.
Oh yeah.
And like, so really putting the new songs through their paces live really helps us like figure out exactly how we want them to sound on the studio.
Got a lot of Kennedys in the house. There's another one.
That's bad.
That is awesome. And again, that kind of support's great when your family and your friends are into it too. And a lot of times we have the local bands on the show, on the webcast, a lot of family, a lot of friends, and even afterwards. And then you meet them at the shows and we're all shaking hands. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for, a great big community. Got about 4 minutes left. We usually say about a half hour. Everybody give me one thing of where you would like this project to go. And don't be afraid to shoot to the stars, man. Where do you see Steel of the Night down the road?
Let's start with Jack on that one.
Yeah, I was gonna
want to
say.
get Jack on this.
Yeah. I'm ready to take it, as far as it can go. Biggest stage we can get on, playing arenas, that would be the dream. Doing what Van Halen did back in the day, that would be sick. Bringing back that sound of that whole 80s era. I love it. Let's do it.
Wow.
Yeah, I at least for me, like pretty much the same, just like everywhere, like play as much as possible to as many people as possible, just get it like out there and have people experience it.
Yeah. For me, I'd personally love to get into just be able to play in some bigger cities. Like we're starting to kind of build up a bigger fan base in New York with some friends we have there. So to be able to know what it's like to go on the road too, that would just be incredible. And taking anyone who enjoys that, like Jack said, that 70s, 80s, 90s sound that we're trying to recapture.
Yeah, definitely. I'm always trying to improve. And then I just want to play at the biggest place we can, honestly. Like if we could play at arena, that's amazing, Bal. That's all I'm trying to do. Play at those arenas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's not even necessarily size. Like it'd be cool to play big arena or something like that, but to play consistently, whether it's small or big, like if we had a gig every weekend or 2 times a weekend, that's what we're trying to aim for.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you can,
regardless of where or what it is.
Yeah, if you could do this and make a living out of it, or just have fun,
just have fun, basically. Yeah.
Either or is the dream, really.
You got to watch your fame because, you all got the rock star look. The chicks will be chasing you around from city to city the bigger you get. It's a lot of work.
They already do.
I wouldn't know it. They already that's the spirit.
Where are they chasing you?
They already are, Jeff.
Well, I haven't seen that happen yet. So
they're invisible, bro. They come out at the scene.
I'd love to know where that's happened for you.
They hang love notes from the ceiling.
Yeah. You don't see them. You never pay attention.
It's after I leave, I guess.
Oh yeah.
So when you guys make any money, do you write one big check out to the Kennedy family because there's another Kennedy pocket?
Everything goes to them. Yeah.
Pretty much.
The Kennedys are the defensive.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it a great deal. Hey, why not? I want to get part of the Kennedy. I'm going to change my name, hyphen Kennedy, because I want to be part of the action. But like I said, man,
Yeah, wow.
I like it. It rolls off the tongue.
Really,
Jeff the Shark Perini Kennedy,
Rolls
the
off
third, or something.
Third.
We're just talking about the chicks chasing around, then rolling off the tongue. Let's keep this PG.
No.
No, we don't have to. We don't have to here. But I had a great night, guys. I can't wait to see you again. And there's a lot of spots you can find these guys. Find Steal the Night. I got so excited in the beginning. I said Steal of the Night. I don't even know who the hell they are. But anyway, find Steal of the Night on Facebook at Steal the Night. Instagram _ one word, Steal the Night _ The new album is Out of the Darkness. It's out now. We're going to play a couple more songs from it. We already played one. More coming. Spotify, Apple Music. It's already in my library. www.stealthenight.com. And go to YouTube and subscribe, because that's the thing that really drives it. Like, subscribe, YouTube, share the videos on your page. Get out and see these guys. Go on the social media and check them out. Kyle, Doug, Ben, Aiden. I'll thank you guys first, and Jack on delay so he gets...
he'll say thank you in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, seriously, again, all you guys, again, I like the fact you put the names underneath too, so I know everybody there. Kyle, Doug, Ben, Aiden, Jack. Steal the Night. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Have a great night. I'll see you soon, and we'll bring it back soon too when more new stuff comes out.
Yeah,
We would love it. I had a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. It's well worth the wait for me.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
It was great.
Thank you
for having us.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Steal the Night. Have a great night. I'm gonna let them get out. See you, Jack. Thanks, man. I know the little delay did not bother us at all. We will let the guys go. Steal the Night is the band. And I got to tell you, nowadays with the youngsters, and I don't know, I mean, they're a little, not quite like young, like there's some people like in their early teens that do it too, but the independent bands, the younger bands, etc. You look at a younger generation and people are like, everything's technology. I want to play with tablets and cell phones and games, and nobody really has time for it. I tell you what, there is a lot of people, especially in this area, getting out, practicing music, practice is a word, perfecting music. And when you go see Steal the Night, you get the feeling of just a real rock band out there just letting it rip. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I love it so much that I'm gonna play some more. It is the spandex makes it happen. It's all about spandex. Let's face it. I love me some spandex. I'm telling you, when you go to see them, you're like, man, look at these guys. They get it all figured out. Back in the Night is another great song. This one does not have a video, but that's okay. Back in the Night from Steal Night. Another one of the great songs. They're all good. I'm telling you, I couldn't even decide which ones to pick. I'm going to play this one. Again, it's about 3.5 minutes long. Check it out. Tonight's guest, Steal the Night. I'm going to let the scroll roll down the bottom. I'm going to play another song. We'll be back here with the Yo Show in a few minutes. Make sure the volume's up. There it is. All right, let's get it. All right, once again, the big applause, of course. Steal the Night, the band back in the night. You kind of get the feel what it's all about. Some good rock and great riffs and great vocals and just an awesome band. We thank the dudes for coming on tonight. I said I got to see them at the Liberty Tavern a few months back. I'm like, yeah, this is one of them bands, and then we talked about it and made it happen. Got them here on Wednesday. We'd like to do it Tuesday. We'd like to do it Wednesday. Sometimes Tuesdays are tough because pack them, and we're packing Wednesdays now. Kimberly Ann in the house, of course, from the mothership, if you will, the Grimjacks and their family, of course. And we thank Kim, of course. If you missed the show last night, we talked about the awesome event that they had, of course, the pig roast. It was a pig roast / music fest, I like to say, hosted by John and Kim Simons over the weekend. And some great bands there as well. Kim, I think you're terrific. There's, of course, the metal, the love, the pig at the end. But a great job by you and John. And again, Stealing Society, another great Philly band who played on that same bill when I saw Steal the Night and met Twisted. So how about that? That's how it all comes together. Steal the Night was there. Stealing Society was there with a great performance. Just Chris Greiner started and ended the show with a great performance of his own. And of course, the Grimjacks, who have new music coming out, a new video that John was nice enough to put my voice in there, kind of dubbed me in as a radio disc jockey kind of piece we got here when the Grimjacks were on our program. And when I tell you about the sounds and the local sounds, my wife, who when I met her was nowhere near this kind of person, now gets into all the hard stuff, the rock stuff. Started her little mosh pit out there with the ladies out at the Simon's Pig Roast. And she's a big fan of all this music. And Grimjacks are now her thing. We got the Grimjack shirt. And I joked about it when we left that night. We're driving home. And we ended up stopping off at Sweeney's. Of course, see a couple more bands. And on the ride home, my wife's like, play Grimjacks. Play Strange Culture. Play Milo Sky. So here I am going through my playlist, finding the local bands. She's like, I could listen to this. I could listen to this all night. And that's why, part of the reason why I do it. I also do it for, as what came up again, the great food, the great drink, the awesome camaraderie. And again, Elena Brokus, who does the Future Star shows, John Simons, who's also in his own band, as well as runs a band for his kids, the Grimjacks, Kim, of course, there, the Battle of the Bands. They allow me to MC. They give me the mic and say, announce the bands, get the crowd excited. That means the world to me. It's something I always wanted to do as a young kid. I used to watch a guy get on stage and introduce a band, and I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. I'm going to do that someday. And now I get to do it. And a lot of the bands really enjoy it. And a lot of the family and friends enjoy it. And the beauty of some of these shows, you get to meet family. Like, you get to meet the families and actually feel the spirit of what brings to life. We thank you, Rain. Rain followed them on Instagram, and worth it. I'm telling you, social media is pumping up, the music's pumping up. Check them guys out, definitely. The boys graduated in June. I'm starting to plan their massive. Oh wow. I just want to be on the list. I mean, it's October, but I'm still trying to find my way onto the guest list. That would be terrific. And maybe this time, Rain, if you're not playing, and next time, this time, next time, etc. Next time the Simons and the Grimjacks have a party, bring you up and check out the scene. And a lot of people have met you at Sweeney's, love you as part of the PA. You're part of the PA scene. I always say the Philly scene. It's the PA scene as well. A lot of great artists throughout PA. Central PA, of course, killing it up there. Philly, we're doing it down here. And I said the goal is to bring it to Bucks and Montgomery counties as well as the city. So we're working on it. Definitely. And Steal the Night and so many others. A great part of that. We played a couple songs. 10 after 9, let's do a topic or two. Let's talk about some things. Caught this one. And it gets worse and worse for this poor girl. Britney Spears, about a week ago, was pulled over while driving, of course, with no license, no insurance. It seems like she goes to every avenue to do the wrong thing. Okay, you're dancing in your kitchen with knives. There's a clip the next day of her with, of course, a bandaged up finger. And driving without a license. And I hate to be this guy, and I'm sure I'm getting some boos and hisses. Maybe her father's on to something. It seems like she doesn't know how to do anything normal on her own. Is it me? And I love, the Funko Pops will tell you, this whole bottom section is Brittany. I love Brittany. Right, Britt? It's not. We miss you, and we love you. We need to go a little bit better. And if I'm wrong, again, the comment section, man, let me know I'm wrong. But Britt, girl, we love you. Needs to just be a little more right, if at all possible. Her sister already got bounced from Dancing with the Stars. So that right there just goes to show you it's like a downward spiral from there. It's really not. Let's do that. I haven't done man cave scores in a while. And as you know, I'm kind of a geek when it comes to collectibles, if you haven't noticed back here. And I collect a lot of things, and people give me things, and I come across things. So let's do a little man cave score. I haven't done this in a while. Some new junk that my wife wants to throw out. And some new great stuff that I can't wait to keep. I showed this a few weeks ago. I am going to show it again because it's another, you talk about Philly bands and PA bands. It's my dudes from the Circus Hearts. And they sent me a gorgeous vinyl copy of their album, A Stitch or Two. Chris and the gang have been on the program, and they are terrific. Another great classic throwback rock band, a little more of a, I don't want to say a softer sound, but a little different sound, not quite as fast and metal type, but a great sound. And this is their album, A Stitch or Two, the Circus Hearts. And they sent me this with a nice little note and all, and it's still sealed because I don't know if I want to collect it or if I want to play it. I do like collecting things. I really do. I like collecting things. I want to go to anything they do. Had such a great time. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's so much. There's so much. And Rain and I are about hour and a half away, maybe further. Okay, sounds like my dogs are fighting the heck out of each other. Okay. Little dog brawl upstairs. Anyway, do props to the Grimjacks. Indeed. Rain, we totally agree there. And Rain was that, when I talk about the different scenes, Chris Smith. Chris Smith in July is what it's called. Rain came and hung out for that. There was like 6 bands. Strange Culture kind of helped put it together. This guy, Chris Smith, up in, God's Perkiomen Valley, something like that. Awesome. Built a stage in back of his house. And that's the way we're doing it. PA bands and Jersey bands came and performed, and there was food, and I got to be the interviewer backstage, although my computers weren't the best. It was a little sluggish, but met some great bands. More coming in the near future. So on to score number 2. Man cave scores, dive in your man cave with man cave. Oh, it's a it glows in the dark too. It's a Funko Pop, of course, former WWE great Bam Bam Bigelow. Look at that beaut. It's a Walmart exclusive, and it glows in the dark. Every day I say, I'm going to start selling my Funko Pops, and then you get ones like this, and you realize, oh, my wife's not listening. I'm never selling my Funko Pops. Matter of fact, you can get your own custom ones made. I'm thinking that's going to happen soon. The one and only Star Wars villain, Emperor Palpatine. That's just scary looking. I wouldn't buy that for a kid. It's kind of terrifying. And this is a Target exclusive, Emperor Palpatine. Yeah, the box is damaged. I'm trying to hide that part from you. Another great Funko Pop for the man cave. That makes like, I don't know, over 200. I don't even know. Got a lot of them. And there's one more. Oh, here it is. Actually, there's 2 more people. This is a lot of fun. Don't you like how this guy is just such a child? He is. This one came directly from Funko. It's in the Funko Pop box. And it is Spider-Man Unmasked. Look at that beaut. Yeah? It's a Funko exclusive piece to Spider-Man Unmasked. Looks like he's 12. Back in the sacred box. And then last but not least, my man Christian Rupert for my birthday scored me the new edition of the starting lineup action figures. This one is Joel Embiid. Let me see if I can even get in the box. I don't know how to get in the box. I'm trying not to ruin it. Alright, so you just have to trust me. And inside this box is Joel Embiid. Starting lineup. God, remember in the day? Man, figures are really cool. Back in the day, they used to be like this big. They used to come in the green, like window box. And it was easy to bend them. This thing is like locked in a beautiful like black case with the figures. It's figure. I mean, it looks just like Embiid, but it's also like a picture of the figure. And you see it on the back. And man, it's pretty fancy. It's actually very fancy. Like, oh, it's got tape on it. Good thing. I do not want to open it. It's got tape on it. It's a big no-no. I'm here, in case you're wondering. Everybody thought the show was over. I'm still here. This was it. To Jeff and Cassie, putting the yo in beyond classy. Thanks, guys. You rock. The Circus Arts. Yeah. Great. Absolutely great. And stickers. I kiss bottle merchandise. I'm sorry. That's not a ploy. I'm not asking people to send me merchandise. Just telling me I love it. Speaking of merchandise and stuff I love, Kim, no, I don't. I'm not that young either. But and a lot of people say, like, do you ever open the boxes? No. Do you ever like take them out, play with them? No. But they have value. Well, I'm sorry, one is out of the box because I bought it with a destroyed box. It's Deadpool, who actually glows in the dark. Can't really tell. But and he's a black light, so it kind of glows in the dark. My kids would have ripped through them all. Oh, trust me. Like I said, the nephews come in and out of the house. Their eyes bug out of their head, and there's like this giant speech that goes behind never touching any of this. It's not easy. I'm a big geek. All your friends and family and etc. were cheering for me when I put up your house. You know, I'm just this giant nerd with an overly large collection of Funko. But thank you anyway. It's just me. It's kind of a pop culture part of what we do here. And like I'm thinking, what better place to sit in front of than in front of you can get a custom. Yes, you can. So you go to Funko.com, and I think there's something that says "Pop Me" or "Pop Your Son" or something like that, and you can make your own. I think it's about $30, which to me isn't insane. And I think it takes like maybe 4 weeks, and I think they put it in a case, and you can call yourself Rain Sparkles or etc. And they'll have, I think, like drumsticks. You can probably get yourself drumsticks, whatever, and they'll make it. And you can. I'm not sure if it's in the lineup. You might be able to get wings, like your drumming outfit. You know what I mean? Certainly cool. Christmas gifts ideas. You know what? I kind of want to get myself a 2-pack or 3. It's got to be a 3-pack. The Grimjacks. So I need, Tristan and Ethan. I need Jordan. I need it. Or maybe we should just start making them and selling them at shows and autograph them. Grimjacks Funko Pop and Rain Sparkles Funko Pop. I got a lot to make because there's a lot of great ones out there. Need Funko Pops of all you, as well as myself. I've made myself 4 times and have not pressed the order button. I made one with me and Jewel. Jewel wasn't crazy about the way I made her, but do it. Funko.com. And speaking of, I do have one more. I'm not big on the large box, but you cannot resist anything Boba Fett. Look at that, Boba Fett. Like a Star Wars comic book inside. It's one of the bigger ones. These are harder to find a home for. But that is my final Man Cave score tonight. And Kim, there's nothing I want more than the day I come on this show, and that's in Man Cave scores. One of me with the beard. Speaking of the beard, I don't know, like I said, my wife was down here earlier, and I really didn't call her out like I usually do. Because last night I brought her on. She goes, "Oh, terrible." She wants this she wants the beard chopped, like down to chin level and sculpted. So I'm going to be putting it on my social media. We're going to do a poll. Keep the long beard or get it trimmed. So kind of like the length. I've taken the sides in. Kind of like the length a little bit. Trust me, it'll be out there. We'll definitely have a poll. For everybody out there, and I wanted to say this again, last couple nights on the show since October started, we've been using the pink banner. Or usually I like to change the color every episode, but the banner has been pink. My name in pink, the scroll in pink. And of course, we come out through Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And the reason why is, we'll get back to that because you talked about no long. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Honey, you got to vote. Kim's on your side. Anyway, Breast Cancer Awareness Month is something, of course, that we take very seriously here at the show because Jules' mom, Jules' sister have survived. My wife, Cassie, is in the process of surviving. We just know people that have, and October's that month. And it's funny because, she kind of said, "No, I'm so tired of pink." But we do pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month for all the women who have survived. We understand, man. Power, we're here for you. So congratulations in your survival fight. I gotta get back to the comments because gift ideas left my effing butt off. She said, "Pop me." Pop you. Yeah, you can pop yourself. I said it again, but you can make a pop of yourself. I definitely want one. I want to autograph it. Sell it to myself because Lord knows. But there's a lot here. One time I tried to name them all, and Joel's like, "Can you stop it, please?" But just like this bottom row, it's an Elton John, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different variations of Britney Spears. And there's 2 Kurt Cobains and Eddie Van Halen, Prince. 1, 2, 3 Jimi Hendrix, different ones. Then there's a Slave Princess Leia. There's Penny as Wonder Woman from Big Bang Theory. Elena Bluma, Velma from Scooby-Doo. But then back Brian May, Freddie Mercury, a lot of musicians. Let's just do the musicians. How about that? We'll go this way. Nikki Sixx, Vince Neil, Tommy Lee McMarsh, Motley Crue, Axl, Slash, and Duff, Guns N' Roses, Joe Perry, and Steven Tyler, Aerosmith, of course, Angus Young, Robert Trujillo, and James Hetfield from Metallica. Probably my favorite set, Kerry King, Tom Araya, and Jeff Hanneman from Slayer. I love that set. Corey Taylor, Rob Zombie. There's now Rob Zombie Glow in the Dark. Very jealous of that as well. And then Kiss, The Demon, Gene, Paul, Ace, Peter. A lot of musicians love it. There's more behind. Like there's Ozzy's and all that behind them. It just gets hard to stash them. But some of my wonderful Funko Pop collections. We do have another song, right? We have another song from tonight's guest, Steal the Night. This one is called City of Mayhem. And I'm going to play it because it's awesome. City of Mayhem. Tonight's guest, Steal the Night. This one also is not a video, but that's okay. We're here for the music. Make sure the volume is up. Make sure I take my face out that I did. I'm going to play it right here on the Yo Show, Steal the Night. City of Mayhem. We'll be back in a few minutes on Yo Show Wednesday. Enjoy.
She's got a red blood fever on the corner of the street. She's got bodies aching with the sound of defeat, and no one gets no relief. Yeah, there's a man at the end, and he's living tough. He's working like a dog in a dead-end job, and no, it's never enough. And they're running out of ways to survive in the city of mayhem, the city of mayhem. Life's they're running out of ways to survive. In the city of mayhem, the city of mayhem, life's never black or white. In the city of mayhem, the city of mayhem, and they're running out of ways to survive. In the city of mayhem, the city of mayhem, life's never black or white. In the city of mayhem, the city of mayhem.
All right. Could it be maybe dedicated to Philadelphia, the city of mayhem? I love it. Steal the Night. Tonight's very special guest. We thank the guys for coming out tonight and laying it on us. And the brand new album is out now, of course, Out of the Darkness. You can find it down below and check out their site's new album is Out of the Darkness. It's out now on Spotify and Apple Music. I think it's already here at www.stealthenight.com. Real fun band. Like to have it. I like that one too. That's a great one. Really good. And like I said, we do future stars or showcases, etc. Let's get these bands together. Steal the Nights and the Grimjacks and the Strange Cultures, because they're really cranking out some music. A lot of fun. And they're fun guys. Everybody that's been on here has been really terrific. And I remember laughing. I mentioned it, I think, to John Simons when I had the Grimjacks on. I'm like, man, they're always so fun and giddy and telling jokes. I'm like, how are we going to be here? And it was so cool. They were perfect. And they incorporated Jordan, who's a little more of the quiet one. They got him in it, and it was an awesome interview and a great turnout. Family. I say interview, it's actually chat. It's like, that's what I feel. I feel like I'm just here chatting with friends. And even the band's calling just chatting with a group of dudes or women, etc. that are talented. And sometimes my friends come in the background to say a little something. So. It's great stuff. And yes, definitely great. A great song. And got a little surprise for everybody out there. What we're closing the night with, it's one we've heard a few times, but I'm going to play that shortly. We're not closing the night yet. We're still kind of here. Although I really think, I'm going to see if I can do it. Let's try and take a second. Go to YouTube and see if I can pull up last night's video of me doing this ridiculous shot and its whole format. I'm not sure if I can do it. I'm going to try it. If anybody wants to see it, there'll be a moment or two here. And probably can't, because I won't be able to hear the volume, probably. Think of that. Let's see. Can't find last night's show. So, here it is. There's last night's show. And pause it, and then we'll go right about... Stay with us. We'll be here in a second. Trying to go to the part. Okay, so the band is gone. The house is there. And we'll pause it there. It's not quite it either. There's a song again. Trust me, this is worth it. It really is, because it's just that disgusting. There it is. All right, so we're going to do a little play-by-play from last night's show of me drinking this nasty concoction. I'm like a glutton for punishment even doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it here on the show. This is last night's Yo Show, and this is me drinking something known as the tapeworm shot. Let's see if we can get it here. Yo Show Bourbon Station share. There it is. You ready for this? Because it's going to be great. Let's turn it all the way up here. This is last night's Yo Show. Bourbon House was a special guest. This is me and the tapeworm shot. To the guys from City Street Distillery. This is City Street Vodka, which my sister-in-law gave me.
That might save this shot right here.
Woo! Good gracious. This might be the last Yo Show you ever watch.
Let's see the glass. You got to hold everything up. Because
I will. So there's a glass with vodka.
Yeah, hang on.
And that is vodka. It's not watered down. Oh, God, this is going to be so gross. So first you fill the vodka. I actually went a little higher because it's a big glass. And then I thought you'd do the mayonnaise. No, mayonnaise goes last.
Oh.
Next thing you do is you add some dashes of Tabasco sauce.
How many dashes are we talking about?
Steve, thank you. The guy, I watched like a Cajun guy do it. He put like 50 dashes. I'm like, no way.
Go by Cajun.
We're gonna do a couple there. We're gonna do a couple dashes of. I don't know if you can see it going in there. There's 4, and there's 5, and there's 6.
I feel
and
like you have this for fun. Like this is just your go-to drink.
Yeah, if I had this, I would be vomiting for the next month.
Like wait, Jewel, you're taking over the rest of the show.
I know I
Possibly.
am. I
Yeah.
know.
You like
Always
mayonnaise?
have
But I'm
joy
telling
here.
you, we don't know. This might be the new drink of the generation. Now we add some pepper, and me being fancy, I got out my pepper grinder.
See, I had a green tea shot last weekend. I'm like, they're delicious.
Oh, they're so good. Yeah, a little
It's
pepper.
like Arizona.
Unfortunately, my entire desk is now pepper, and the dog will get on
Or
it and
like,
eat pepper.
what's that? That chocolate pretzel shot. That's pretty good too.
I think it's for the chocolate pretzel.
Ah,
And then you add a little bit of salt, and again, fancy Himalayan pink salt,
oh, fancy.
because you can't have just any. You got to get fancy.
Mm.
And grind it. The grinders and all.
You
I'm,
should
like,
show
really
it
into
after
this.
every ingredient.
Yeah.
like,
Oh, I
you're
will.
doing.
Like-
There's your salt. Now
Jeff's
we've
like-
got
Doing the salt on the other side.
the Tabasco sauce is kind of settled to the bottom.
Ew, oh my god.
And
This is
the-
where that's the dirt for the worms.
Oh,
That is
God.
the dirt for the worms. Good call, Jewel. That is what it is. And now, since I didn't have an
called it
official
dirt
squeezer, I made a
Oh,
squeezer
God, what?
with mayonnaise in it, and I'm
Oh
told this
my
is how you make the
We're gonna
worms.
go. Mayonnaise is gonna go out of business.
Tell your friends. So you squeeze it and
That's
you
gonna
kind
make
of
the perfect
wring it
worm, though.
to
Oh
make a
my
worm. Look at
God.
that worm.
Why? Just why? I have too many questions. Too many.
Certainly
But my
not
number
enough.
one is why.
Why is the number one question? The answer I don't even have. Dear Lord the human. So I'm the human. I'm like the human. You know what? I had so much fun. Let's do a little more worm.
Oh God, no! You're already holding.
Ew,
right-
yeah, those little ones. You're gonna get the little worm.
Oh God, no!
Now here it is. So this is. Let me
It
see how.
doesn't look that appetizing.
Let me see how close I did. Let's get a picture of it.
I gotta pull you back for this because I can't watch you drink
No,
it that
I need
close.
to see
No,
this.
No.
I need to see this.
Oh, I'm gonna get like all up in the screen.
You're gonna
Let's see how
watch
I
all
did.
night.
I did pretty
Ew.
good, right?
No, why does that look yellow though?
Yeah,
Do you gotta
I'm
look
gonna have to mix it.
yellow?
There's
it's like Instagram versus reality.
it's about a little bit. Might need more Tabasco sauce because theirs is really red.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, this is how it's done in Louisiana.
Mm,
All right.
yeah.
Can't believe I'm
Mom.
actually adding more Tabasco
Oh
sauce to this.
God!
Jesus, Jeff. You're gonna-
Please.
Jewel, if you remember the first indie pod we did, I drank a tequila shot filled with my own spit. So nothing phases me anymore.
Yeah, Mom.
I'd rather.
All right, audience.
No, no,
And
mind.
like I said,
I'd rather eat a broccoli raw than drink that.
Broccoli.
it does look like caramel, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'd rather.
I hope you don't like vodka or mayos. You may never be able to have either
That's
again.
what I'm saying. Like, this
I have
might
a hard
be
time
limit
with
for me.
I have a hard time with hot dogs. All right, here we go.
God.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, I give you the tapeworm
Drink
shot.
it.
Chug,
Oh,
chug, chug.
Chug,
Oh.
chug. Oh God, no. So.
Oh, God.
Bleh.
I'm gonna
It
throw up.
burns.
Please
I was
go
doing
away.
so good.
Ew.
God, no.
No.
I believe
Oh my
it.
God, drink something. You need a chaser.
Yeah, but
Mm.
here's some water.
Oh, thank you. Please, by all means.
Yeah, I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Oh,
A round of applause.
thank you, Steve.
She applauded you.
You know, Steve, we should have got Sarah on here to give me a drum roll. That would have, oh my God, it's so hot.
Oh.
It's actually burning. But you know what? I tell you, JD Wolf and the people out there, oh, the mayonnaise isn't really bad. The mayonnaise goes right down. It's the
Ew.
heat at the bottom that, oh,
Sank all down, and then you added more. How are your sinuses?
I tell you what, I feel like a new man.
I can breathe.
Hey, for a second there, I couldn't get the thing off. My back. Okay. For a second, I couldn't get it. You know what? I said when everybody turns 21, give it a shot. And I'm gonna be honest. And trust me, at the pig roast next year, I'm bringing all these ingredients. We're all doing it. It wasn't really bad. I overdid it with the Tabasco sauce. And I used the pepper grinder, which a little more like a peppercorn. The pepper grinder comes out a little hotter. So if not for all the heat, it really wouldn't have been that bad. The mayonnaise and vodka kind of cancel each other out. Like you don't get a real bitter mayonnaise taste, and you don't get a hard liquor taste. That goes right down. That bottom stuff. Oof. And that's where I lost it. And all night, Jules told me I'm going to vomit, and told her no I wouldn't, and I survived. So if you're watching this now on YouTube, you can watch last night's episode on YouTube. Find us in all of our locations. Facebook, of course, is The Yo Show. Instagram is The Yo Show 215. Our website, of course, is www.theyoshow215.com. We're on Twitch at The Yo Show, and, of course, YouTube at The Yo Show as well. So check out past episodes. Definitely worth it. Big shout out, of course, to a guy who's been really spreading the kindness lately, Dr. D Photography up in central Pennsylvania. Just an awesome music photographer, and sent me this koozie. Doesn't really fit in there, but he posted like a real nice post about me on Instagram and my love of live music and local bands, and I thank him for that. It was definitely awesome. Cheers to you. And of course, on the other side, I pay homage to Nailbite, terrific band out of Central PA. Let's do coming up, because we have a lot coming up. And I know Kim said that her sons might be into this. I don't know how good the production runs, but December 19th, we're trying to do a Christmas Carol show. A very Yo Christmas. We did it 2 years ago. The audio was a little shaky. I was too far away from the routing, and it was a little off. But this year, I kind of got that figured out. So we'd like to do it again. Santa Claus was here. He was the co-host. Jules, Mrs. Claus. And, well, not really, but somebody was Santa Claus. I'd like to do it again. December 19th, we're shooting to try and do it again. Basically, Christmas carols. I put a link up to try and do just a little bit of a charity work. Last time was a couple $100, not much, but just something to give the charities out there and just let them know that we're thinking of them here on the Yo Show, something we like to do, charity work. We've done it in the past. Of course, Bucks County Food Drive was scheduled for a 24-hour event. We got knocked down after 18 hours. Jewel and I went 18 hours straight. And I'm thinking about how much better we could do that now with all the more bands we've met and have on the program. We went 18 hours here, pretty much this, from each other's house. At the time, I had a kegerator that was working. I had a keg of beer in there, drank a lot of beer, made a lot of bathroom breaks, had lunch, had dinner. Jewel had some drinks and a lunch here. And eventually, Jewel, her internet got cut off, so she went to bed. After 18 hours, there was an issue, and then we had a DJ on playing, of course, record label music, and eventually they shut us down. But, why can't we do that again? Let's do that again. Something great along those lines. We come back Tuesday night with the awesome band Victoria Fire. Just let me know what I need to have the boys do, and I'll have them start practicing a Christmas song. Why not? Maybe make it original. You can even watch the horrible audio of a great episode. It's a shame because last time was so great, but the audio was bad. But yeah, check it out on our YouTube, one of our past episodes. It's a couple years back, but you can find it. Victoria Fire on October 17th. This October 17th. Sorry. October 24th, we're doing our Christmas show. This year, we have lined up the incredible actress and writer and now singer and model Fallon Vendetta on the 24th on the Yo Show for our Christmas show. Wednesday, October 25th. Again, we go back to local music. Tell your friends. Get ready for the psychedelic, funky awesomeness that is Strange Velvet. These guys are awesome. Love these dudes. They'll be in the program on the 25th. Now the 31st is Halloween. As you know, you see Miss Joey, so we have off the 31st. We also have off the 2nd. We come back Tuesday, November 2nd. An awesome band I spoke of a few minutes ago, Twist It. We'll be on the program. The great Sarah Higgins, Logan Smith. Twist It. They'll be on the program. Wednesday, November 8th. Now, as you know, I do the Happy Hour podcast as well, something I absolutely love. I do it with my good friend Ray Chase and the guys from Happy Hour Pod and Matt. A young lady I met on their program a couple weeks ago. She is an adult film actress, but also very cool. And she said, I really like podcasts. We're going to have her Wednesday, November 8th. Vividly Vixen will be on the program Wednesday, November 8th. She's just a lot of fun. Can't wait for that. November 14th, the band Barely Legal. Beatrice Kimmel, an awesome PR woman who gives us great acts. Said, I got a music act for you. You're going to love them, Barely Legal. They'll be on the program November 14th. November 21st, The Galaxy Has Eyes. Man, it's so good. Great. Tuesday, November 28th, local singer Mike Nappy, singer and beat maker extraordinaire Mike Nappy back on the program. Wednesday, November 29th, actress and model Skylar Calico will be on the program. She's very cool. I just got to talk to her the other day and agreed to come on the 29th. Tuesday, December 5th, the amazing local singer turning nationwide superstar before we know it, Laura Cheadle, back on the program December 5th. December 12th, from A Lake Divided, their lead singer, J.C. Clark. Blown away, very excited for that. That is on the 12th. J.C. Clark will be with us, as we said earlier in the program, Tuesday, January 2nd of 2004, ringing the new year with Traverse the Abyss. Definitely excited for that one. Awesome band. Tuesday, January 9th, Aaron Coburn on the program. Tuesday, January 16th, Ignescent on the show. Tuesday, the 23rd is Jules' birthday. We usually do a surprise. I'm working on some stuff. Don't know what I'm going to get, but that is what we have coming up on the program, and I'm almost out of breath. And don't forget, for the people out there, if your band's been on before, it doesn't mean they're not coming on again. And if we like you once, we love you twice. And so, yeah, we're going to keep on planning that. And New Year is coming up soon. But let's get the fun out. We're going to do Halloween. We're going to do it here on the show like we always do. And, we're going to do it the night of. It's Joey's night. I might come on and just have a little Halloween fun for a little bit. We'll see. But so much coming up in the next few months. Great stuff with great people. And, of course, you could check us out on our websites and our social media to find where some of these other bands are playing. And I share them a lot, and I play them here. And like I said, I got a great one to go home with at the end of the night. You've heard it before, but it's definitely worth hearing again. And my wife will be happy, too. Is that what it's all about, making her happy? Again, a big Phillies win tonight. 2-game to 1 lead over those pesky Atlanta Braves. If we won the other, we've been putting them away. But that's okay. Game 4 tomorrow night. So get there. Let's support our Phillies. And let's keep moving forward. Right now, the Dodgers are on playing the Arizona Diamondbacks. If the Dodgers lose tonight, they're going home. Never thought I would have saw that. So, let's keep baseball rolling along. Of course, our Philadelphia Eagles have been wonderful, undefeated. And this week, an interesting matchup for them this week. In the wrong section there. We'll go there. And we'll get to all the scores and news, etc. But anyway, this week, the New York Jets. And ESPN spoke to Jets head coach Robert Saleh, and he asked him about the tush push, or the brotherly shove, or whatever you want to call it, that awesome quarterback sneak that the Eagles do. And he asked him about it. And he said, look, let's face it, it's difficult to stop. Jalen Hurts is just that athletic, and the offensive line is just that good. That's a very tough play to stop. He's like, so, without seeing the actual word, I think he needs 11 kisses when he tries that. 11 little kisses on the body from every member of my defense. In other words, like a little dig in there and a little grind in there, make him kind of pay the price for doing it. Guy's a well-trained athlete. Let's get it done. It's the greatest play in football. It is the brotherly shove or the tush push. I love them both. I love that name. Eagles, Jets, this Sunday, 4:25 in New York. Eagles are 7-point favorites as they look to go 6-0, 5-0. Philadelphia Eagles. I still can't believe it. I can't believe this team and the role that they're off to. Social media thumbs ups, of course. Kimberly Ann, we thank you for that. And Heather High Kennedy. It was, of course, Steal the Night was our very special guest tonight. The brand new album is out now. Out of the Darkness, Spotify, Apple Music, go to the website, find them on Instagram, find them playing locally. Definitely worth a great band with some great stuff going on. We thank them for that. Got any more topics? We do have another topic or two. This one piques my interest, although it may come out to be nothing. Solo home run, 1-0 Diamondbacks, bottom of the third inning. Unbelievable. Jerry Seinfeld, him and of course the great Seinfeld program, and Larry David to come out and say, yeah, maybe there's something in the works for a 25th anniversary. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows what comes of that? It's a lot of talk. I'm here for it because I adore Seinfeld. Just Lego set back there. I ain't trying to fetch that right now, but if you love Seinfeld, maybe something's cooking. Hopefully, if it cooks, it gets better review than the new Frasier, which Rolling Stone magazine crushed and said it's not funny. There's no good jokes. It's boring. It's a poor attempt. And I love the original Frasier, so I hope it's not as bad as they're saying. But we'll see what the Seinfeld gang can do. Maybe a little reunion there. Amber Heard. Yeah, she's still around. Just the person we need to hear from. Amber Heard, of course, now, after the whole Johnny Depp blow-up fiasco thing, came out and said that when she was on the set of Aquaman, their star Jason Momoa behaved very poorly. Spoke of him showing to the set drunk, trying to have her fired, being very unprofessional, dressing up like Johnny at one point. Dressed up like Johnny Depp. I don't know. You got me. So yeah, I mean, here's somebody whose name has pretty much been crushed, and that's just going to come out and crush other people's names. You can't tell 98% of the straight women in America anything bad about Jason Momoa. Believe me. I've tried. The women love him. So, yeah, I remember her. Machine Gun Kelly, after a recent concert, kind of had to go toe-to-toe with a man who came on stage. Somebody out of the audience jumped on stage, and Kelly more or less kind of gave him the business. Like, yo, man, like, get out of here. Get the F away from me. Just get away. Machine Gun Kelly? Really? You're a Machine Gun fan? Very surprised by that. Verdict's out. I think any man who sees him with Megan Fox just gets upset. But, yeah, so he approaches this guy and he's like, dude, get off the stage. Like, get the F away from me. Get lost. And the guy stops and says, you know what? Respect you, man. Got your back, bro. Thanks. And thanks for not making a big scene out of it, which security took him away. Props to Machine Gun Kelly. So I always gave him a lot of crap talk. Pretty cool, because the concert thing's getting out of hand. You remember, the stories where people throwing stuff at artists on stage, like your cell phone or a drink, and then them acting back and throwing microphones, and there ain't no need for that. There's definitely no need to walk on stage. I feel funny walking on stage for these Future Star shows, and I'm invited on stage, and I still feel funny to walk on stage. Sacred ground, man. You want to get on stage? Play an instrument. Tell jokes. Become an athlete. Something like that, and you give all the stage you want. Don't be taking other people's business. And don't ruin music. COVID tried. Failed. Do not ruin music. I need it in my life. So, props to Machine Gun Kelly. If you joined us late, which some of you might from time to time, welcome. And again, we talk about the pink banners, of course, for breast cancer awareness, and we say congratulations to the survivors. Earlier, we spoke of Red October and our Phillies with another big win tonight. Really had the hits rolling 10-2 over the Atlanta Braves. 2-1 lead as the Phillies try to advance and win another National League pennant, get themselves back to the World Series. One more win does it. Might be the Dodgers, might be the Diamondbacks. Right now, the Diamondbacks are winning 2-0 in the bottom of the third. Dodgers might be packing up and going home with all that massive payroll. How about that? We're going to end a little bit early tonight. We usually go 2 hours. We're about 1 hour and 1 hour and 51 minutes. 1 hour. I forgot my math. So, as always, we've been doing something different lately. We've been bringing the show out with a different song. And no disrespect to St. Ricketts, we love them. And I mentioned earlier, kind of dropped a little teaser, and I said how Kim would like it. Yeah, tonight we're going to bring you out with one of my favorites. And I brought the show out with it before. I want to do it again. The band is the Grimjacks, of course. Been speaking to them highly lately. This is their song, Prom. This is their video. They also have a new song and new video coming out soon. I got a little sneak peek of that from John Simons. Home run by Walker makes it 3-0 Diamondbacks. Wow. All right, so we're going to get ready to get out of here. We'll see you Tuesday night, myself and Jewel. Don't forget to check us out. Our special guest, Victoria Fire. That is going to be great. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors to tell their friends. Victoria Fire, awesome band out of Pittsburgh, Tuesday night. And, of course, www.theyoshow215.com. Let's take it home with some Grimjacks. This is Prom, and we'll see you next week.